in progress.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll wait for others. A very good afternoon to, I think somebody has already joined us. Thank you for joining, Mr. Raymond. Nice to see you in the meeting. We'll wait. We'll wait at the time for the time. I think we've still got 5-7 minutes. Let's wait for others to come in.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll wait for others to come in. Just I think more people at the moment. Only one person has joined us. That is Mr. Raymond. Waiting for the others. Parin, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine.
सबको पता है कि हम स्टार्ट करते हैं आफ्टर 4:15 तो मे बी
I know. I think so. That is why. Good day. I can't connect my audio. There's something wrong with the microphone. It's all right, sir. It's a pleasure having you, sir. I think there others will be joining in soon. It's nice to see you on board. Sandeep sir is joining. Very good afternoon to you, Sandeep sir. It's a pleasure having you for this meeting, sir. Sir's mic is off, I think. The mic is on mute. Sandeep sir has joined. Mannat has also joined. Welcome, Mannat beta.
Thank you.
Welcome. Nice to see young blood. Other than a very good afternoon to you, Shivali.
Good afternoon.
I think we'll wait for another 5 to 7 minutes for the others to join in, and then we'll start. A very warm welcome to you, Sandeep sir. So nice to see you. It's always a pleasure seeing you, sir.
Hi, how are you, Dr. Shelley?
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Great.
Nice weather too, sir. After
Oh, yes. Today, once again, it's
Yes, sir.
changed. Yeah.
So it's just at least in Allahabad, it's just warm at night because it's all cloudy. There's been rain for the last 4 days,
Oh, acha.
and so in the morning, yes, it is nice and cool, but in the evening, it's slightly warmish. A very warm welcome to you, Debjani ma'am. So we'll just wait for another 5-7 minutes and then we'll start.
Yeah.
There were some people who were having some internet glitches, so they were just joining in and coming back again. Let them try on.
Yeah, fine.
Good afternoon to you, Vineet sir. Very good afternoon to you, Feroz Akbarov sir. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure. Thank you.
So we another few minutes. We're just waiting for some speakers to come in and some of the teachers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, Mannat, the genius, the wonder kid.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Kids
Good evening.
nowadays
Oh,
are
well, it's
smarter.
afternoon here.
The kids
Yeah, we have
nowadays
time
are
to think.
smarter than us.
Yes, exactly. I'm actually one of the followers on her Facebook page.
Oh,
I keep a close eye on her accomplishments and achievements.
great, sir.
It's incredible.
Great,
Incredible
sir. Great, sir.
for her age.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's
So
an
we were,
honor to be, sir, and good evening, Sandeep, sir.
sir, we have a student.
Hi.
There's a student from Bihar. He's just 7 years old, and he teaches math. I
Fantastic.
saw his video
Awesome.
yesterday,
Fantastic.
and I was astonished. And the words
India is full of genius.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, what
Exactly.
I liked in his speech was, sir, it's a proverb in Hindi, sorry, कि छत को बहुत गरूर था अपनी छत होने का, एक और मंजिल डली तो छत फर्श हो गया.
ठीक बात है.
I mean, sir, Akbarov sir, it basically means that the roof was very arrogant about being the roof on top. There's one more floor came up, the roof became the floor. So in life, never be arrogant about anything.
Absolutely.
That the way he said it, that's a 2-year-old child. and he's teaching math to students of grade 11 and 12, and he's just a 7 or 8 year old child.
Wonderful.
It is
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
so he was on Josh Talks, sir, Sandeep. You must always listen to him. I can give in the link in the chat box later on. So I think
I had the opportunity to present award to 5 and 6 children. They were all at my studios. And trust me, it was hard to believe the kind of a talent they've been carrying with them. It's out of the box. It's a
Yes, sir.
God's
Truly.
blessings to these kids. I mean, the best test was show them any book which you are carrying, not they are carrying,
Mhm.
and give them for 15 minutes. They will turn the pages of those 100, 200, 300 pages, and then ask them that what is written on 37 page, what is written on 70 page.
Wow.
I think no genius, no intelligent
that.
man can do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, true, sir.
Just a God gift. They have a photography memory.
Fantastic, sir. So, I mean, for me, sir, anybody who can do maths good enough is literally like
Good
God.
evening, all.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can start on with the meeting.
Yes,
The others
ma'am.
have joined in. A very good afternoon to all of you. A very warm welcome to all the dignitaries and all the speakers and the audience who are there. And before we start on the program, I would just like to introduce you the theme of our program. The Golden Globe Educational Award is for those educationists from across the globe who have put in their heart and soul to make a difference in the lives of the students. It also aims to appreciate the work of those educators who have gone beyond their call of duty during the tough times, even after the pandemic, and we're working out tirelessly. The pandemic is not yet over. So the main focus of the summit will be to understand the challenges education is facing today, the innovative teaching methods, skill development, and the will to sustain the interest and hunger to teach. I always believe, unless and until we all teachers here, we have that zeal to teach in a proper manner, only then can we achieve greatness, and then we can bring about change which we want in society. When you make teaching your passion, the student also understands. So, on that note, I'd like to welcome all of auspicious beginning with the lighting of the lamp.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदा जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
I think some technical glitches, Shelly ma'am facing. Just give me 5 minutes.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
sorry I'm so sorry that my internet just went. I'm really sorry for that. I think that's modern technology for you. So sorry for that. We'll just start with the first part of our program. Is the address by our chief guest, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, founder Noida Film City, President Noida Film City, and Chancellor of AAFT University. He's a well-known international media person with 7 world records to his credit, and the founder of Noida Film City and Marwa Studios, and Asian Academy of Film and Television, one of the 10 best schools on films. He is associated with a large number of television programs, feature films, and training films. He has trained about 19,000 media professionals from 145 countries around the world. He has been titled as the Global Culture Minister and also as the President of the International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. He is now the Chancellor of AFFT University of Media and Arts and has been appointed as the Chief Scout for India. Felicitated with 700 national and international awards for his contribution to the world of cinema. At present, he is one of the most known persons in terms of filmmaking, and accolades from overseas include the honor bestowed by the House of Commons in the British Parliament in London and Bavaria Parliament in Munich, besides Champion of Wales in the Welsh Parliament. We welcome you, sir, for your address.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shelley, for your wonderful introduction. I'm obliged, I'm humbled. Thank you, Farheen, for inviting me here today for this beautiful, well-designed program by Educatio, the Golden Globe Education Award. Let me start with the 2 lines. कि काम शुरू करते नहीं भय से नीचे लोग, मध्यम तजते बीच में देख विषम संयोग, पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल, दृढ़ता से बढ़ते कदम बाधाओं को ठेल. Before I give you the meaning of these 3 lines, let me admit that I belong to films, television, media, art and culture fraternity. And this is one business where we have never ever bothered to divide the society on the basis of caste, creed, religion, region, status, color, setup, nothing. We have only believed in one thing, and that is called growth with entertainment. But let me explain you, I still have gone out of way to divide the society on the basis of these 3 major principles. Kaam shuru karte nahi, bhai se niche log. People who are lazy bums, people who have 100 excuses for one job. I have categorized all these kind of people into the 3rd category, C category, the downtrodden people of the society. They are the ones who never work and never let you work. They never grow and they will never let you grow. This is what I have seen throughout these years. So I don't even meet these kind of people. Madhyam tajte beech mein dekh visham sanyog. Who are the people who belong to B class, middle class, the one with little push and pull? They may just get into something new, something innovative, but the minute they see a bit of the hindrance, they try to run away from the battlefield. I've categorized all these kind of people into B class. पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल. Who are the people who belong to A class? People who have zest, who have enthusiasm, people who want to do something, who want to create something, who are innovative, people who can think extraordinary, out of the box, people who are honest to their profession. They love their country. They love the people of the country. They want to do some social work. They want to support the society. People who really want to prove to the world that they can do it. I have categorized all these kind of people into the category of first class because ultimately they are the people who turns out to be the achievers in life. And what a pleasure, my dear friends, today, not only that I am sharing this platform, the speakers from this category, but all the people who are going to be here today and receiving their award, they are the real achievers who have put in extraordinary efforts into their work. And then today they have proved to this beautiful organization that they are worth, they deserve having this global beautiful education award. And I'm sure they'll be very excited, very happy, like me, because when there is any award function, trust me, I feel so excited talking to all those achievers, because I can assess the energy. I can feel that energy right now, even on this webinar, and I gain from these kind of programs. I gain a lot of knowledge, a lot of energy from these kind of programs. With all these words, I once again extend my heartiest congratulations to all those people who are getting this beautiful award today. My special thanks to Farheen, Dr. Shelley, all the organizers, and I can very well see my friend Rania, Dr. Pramod, Seema Negiji, also here. We have shared this platform many times together, and what a wonderful Sunday to share once again this platform with you. My dear friends, before I close, I can only say this, that ke vibhasit kar gagan bhutal, timir ko jyoti deta chal, निराशा के अंधेरे को मिटा दे ले प्रभंजन बल, कहीं पूनम अमावस्या, कहीं उलझन, कहीं फिसलन, कहीं कांटे, कहीं पहरा कटिल बंधन, यहाँ प्रतिकूल है सब कुछ, कहीं मरुस्थल, कहीं बादल, मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल, मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल. Life is not bed of roses. You have to put in a lot of efforts to be called achiever in life. And I'm happy that today the Educatio has pinpointed all those achievers from the society, and they have brought them today on this very prestigious platform, and going to honor them in few minutes. And my once again heartiest congratulations to all of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for those beautiful words. It's always nice to hear that there is a very big fact. Divisive societies never are good societies. How beautifully you pointed out that, sir. And I'm so happy for that, because unless and until we bring about that equality, we bring about that thinking that we are all equal, and we need to progress and help each other. And then only can we have a bright society and a good education. Thank you so much, sir, for those beautiful words. And now we'd like to give you a certificate of recognition for your services rendered as a chief guest and as the keynote speaker, and for the worthy presentation for the Golden Globe Educational Award. And can we go to the next slide, please? And as the speaker for the Virtual International Education Talk Season 6 2023. Thank you so much, sir. And here is a token of gratitude from our sides. Thank you. Namaskar, sir.
Too many things. Thank you very much.
No, sir. This is part of our appreciation for all teachers who are part of this program, sir.
Great.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Navina, I think Shabnam ma'am has not joined in. Has she joined in, ma'am? Has Shabnam ma'am joined in? I don't think, I can't see Shabnam ma'am because she was the next speaker. So I think before we would now like to welcome our little guest, the Ambassador Mannat Pankul Ardeja, to give her little speech. And she is from DLF Public School, Ghaziabad, a class 5th student. Mannat?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Sherry, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all eminent speakers present live here at ED India Season 6 International Education Talk Conference. Want to extend my sincere gratitude to ED India for having me here. It's an honor to be part of this conference and to be among the dignified speakers present here from different parts of the globe. It will be a delight to hear from all of you today, and we'll be learning a lot. Myself, Youth Ambassador Mannat Pankul Ardeja from India. I'm 10 years old, student of DLF Public School, Ghaziabad, and Delphi of Class 5. I am youngest speaker champion and winner of many awards for public speaking, storytelling, dancing, singing, and acting, not only at stage, national, but also at international level. Today, I'm here to talk about one of the most crucial topics, the importance of the prevention of cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? It is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. Online threats and mean, aggressive or rude texts, tweets, posts, or messages all count. So does posting personal information, pictures, or videos designed to hurt or embarrass someone else. Cyberbullying is a growing social problem. Do you know? Research indicates that 1 in 5 tweens have been cyberbullied, while 59% of teens have been harassed online, and the rate at which online bullying is occurring does not seem to be declining. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, cyberbullying escalated. During stay-at-home orders, research shows cyberbullying increased 70% and toxicity on online gaming platforms increased 40%. These numbers illustrate that despite increased education and improved school, bullying prevention programs, incidences of cyberbullying continue to escalate. So parents need to do what they can to prevent cyberbullying in their kids' lives. As young people have suffered drastically and victims are more likely to have low self-esteem, depression, and consider suicide. This reminds me about the golden words of Christian Lois Leach. Technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. Hope you all will also agree. Looking at the disastrous effect, I feel it's a need of an hour to know and understand the importance of the prevention of cyberbullying. Even UNICEF, UN agency specialists are also working hard along with the child protection team experts to stop online bullying. School bullies have gotten a megaphone in recent years. Thanks to the internet, in today's digital, hyper-connected world, the bullies can get to their victims even when they should be safe in their homes. Cyberbullying is a very complex and complicated issue, and it isn't as simple as just turning off the computer. Kids today have to be online for homework and even to socialize with their peers. So, how do you deal with cyberbullying when it seems you just can't get away from it? It can affect anyone and cost someone their life. It is extremely important to work to delete cyberbullying because hundreds of lives can be saved. Many bullies become bullies because they themselves have been bullied. The long-term effects of their behavior include drug and alcohol abuse, trouble with the law, dropping out of school, and committing domestic violence as an adult. Stopping bullying in its track is crucial for both the bully and for the bullied. The future is bleak no matter which side of the equation you are on. Cyberbullying that isn't stopped in adolescence can turn into online harassment in adulthood, which can end up having serious legal implications. Unfortunately, there is little research on the cost to the overall economy, but it stands to reason that both the bullied and the bully could contribute more to the economy if the situation had been stopped. Please understand, bullies are predators. They will go after the weakest prey. My advice to all the parents, mentors, and educators, they should teach their children or students to stand up to him. It is like teaching the weakest gazelle to be stronger. The predator will not stop going after that weakest prey. We will only stop going after that target. Let's raise our voice and say no to cyberbullying. Remember, don't be a zero, be a hero and refrain from being a bully. Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Don't stand by, stand up, and stand strong together. Lastly, would say, unless and until our society recognizes cyberbullying for what it is, the suffering of thousands of victims will continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And how beautifully said. Cyberbullying is something which is a big... there are so many people working for that. And I hope the government also comes out with strict laws with regard to that. Thank you so much, Mannat. And we would now like to give you a certificate of appreciation from Education World. Can we have the next slide, please? Can everybody hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Can we have
Yes,
the next
ma'am.
slide, please, please?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. We're not getting, okay. Mannat, this is in appreciation for your services rendered as a guest speaker and the key speaker for phenomenal presentation in the Golden Globe Education of 2023. And what a wonderful speaker she is. And that confidence comes out. And being part of the Virtual International Education Talk Season 6, 2023. Thank you so much, Mannat Beta. And here is a token of gratitude from Educatio World.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I just want to hear it from Seema, ma'am.
Okay. We've got a fan
Mannat,
here.
you were exceptionally good as always. The diction, the pronunciation, the research done, and the confidence. You know, I'm seeing you from so many months now, and every time listening to you brings something new. The newness that you add is something worth appreciating. And you know, when we see your age, by this, we can give the message to the entire world that age is just a number. Whether you are beyond a particular age or you are just as young as Mannat, if you have the passion, nobody can stop you. And Mannat, you are unstoppable.
True, true. How true. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much, Seema ma'am. And now for the next part of our program, we have a very distinguished speaker amongst us. And now it's her address by our special guest for today, Ms. Rania Lampau, STEM instructor, Ministry of Education, Greece. She's a global educator, ICT teacher trainer, neuroeducation researcher, international keynote speaker, all scientific books for kids, and global peace ambassador in Greece. She has a postgraduate degree in language teaching related to cognitive neurosciences, and also a passionate researcher on and among the 100 most successful women in business. Furthermore, she's a social activist and a global peace ambassador and senior advisor of United Nations Peacekeeping Federal Foundation, and ambassador of the Economical Delphic Union. She is a Global Council member of Chartered Institute of Leadership, Education and Development, and international executive member of the Global Edu Leaders Forum, honorary ambassador of the Charles Walters Society for Innovation and Research, editorial board of many journals, and she has presented her research in numerous international conferences. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Greetings from Greece. I'm very, very privileged and happy to be invited today to this wonderful educational event, the Golden Globe Education Awards ceremony. First, I would like to congratulate Education in India Food Organization and Dr. Farheen Khan for her always kind invitation. Many congrats to you too, Dr. Sally, and of course to all our awardees, passionate and innovative educators who prove every day that they can shape the young generations, the leaders of tomorrow. I'm very excited to see here very good friends and eminent speakers. Many congratulations to Dr. Sandeep, to our lovely Mannat for wonderfully presenting a topic of utmost importance. Today, cyberbullying, because here in my country, Greece, we have a dramatic increase in cyberbullying cases. Today, I think it will be interesting for me to explore with you the fascinating world of brain-compatible learning and teaching and principles of neuroeducation and cognitive neuroscience in the digital era, because we live in a, what we call VUCA world. VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. So the new revolution brought by the formulation and application of the principles of brain-based learning is related to the discovery of the capacity of technology to literally change the human brain. Why? Because students of the contemporary schools belong in the so-called digital generation. Since they are born and they're raised in an environment full of smartphones and computers, all connected to the internet. And the brain of these children is hyperlinked, which means that it's able to perform parallel functions and processes and transmit information very quickly. And this observation actually opens a new paths concerning the study and understanding of the learning process. At the same time, it creates challenges and barriers as far as contemporary teachers are concerned, because these teachers belong to the generation of digital immigrants. So neuroscience is undoubtedly the most active scientific field of the moment. Its specialists now have tools of incredible precision at their disposal, and they are more willing than ever to strive to uncover the most intimate mechanism of our consciousness. Human brain is a miracle. And learning, what is learning? Learning is a process that takes place in a brain. It's the transformation of already existing cognitive structures or the construction of new structures. So in recent years, neuroscience has attracted the attention and interest of many different disciplines, and education is no exception. So that's why we call neuroeducation and neuropedagogy this new research approach that attempts to combine knowledge in neuroscience and education through the use of brain imaging techniques. And of course, its purpose is to shed new light on certain educational problems in order to propose new solutions to them. The aim is to modify the methodologies used in teaching according to the progress of a functional neuroimaging brain that allow us to visualize the inner workings of the brain when it learns. So what are these principles? Each brain is unique. We are all different and unique. We all have a same set of systems, but these systems are integrated differently within its brain. This makes us all different. So it must be understood that learners are different, that they need choices and they should be exposed to a wide variety of inputs. Learning changes the human brain because while we learn, two types of changes occur in the brain: a change in the internal structures of neurons and increase in the number of synapses, what we call dendrites, between neurons. By changing our exercise or activities, the brain changes respectively. So multiple, complex, and concrete experiences are important for the growth of dendrites and the healthy function of the brain. Because the human brain is programmed to learn, we are genetically programmed to explore, discover, reflect, and learn. Learning is developmental because according to neuroplasticity, neurons are not fixed and immutable entities. The brain constantly restructures and maintains its plasticity throughout its life. And human brain processes all information simultaneously, continuously. Thoughts, emotions, imagination, predispositions work at the same time and interact with other processes of the brain. So it's something that seeks to bring order to chaos. So we need organization tools during our lesson plans, like mind maps or graphic organizers. And the human brain works both linearly by association. That means that it doesn't organize our thinking in a linear fashion, but globally and by association. It compares, integrates, and relates, and seeks to give meaning to what it perceives. So association plays a key role. The more associations we as educators we create in the brain, the more likely it is that information will be encoded in long-term memory, and therefore it will be available for recall. And of course, learning presupposes connections with existing knowledge. Dendrites resemble the branches of the tree, and they develop from the branch that already exists. Therefore, when we learn a new concept or skill, learners must first establish a connection with prior knowledge or experience. And of course, our brain searches for novelty. So when we learn new information, either new neural connections are made or the old ones are strengthened. So the brain learns when it enriches, adapts, and assimilates the unpredictable and the new. And we learn when we practice. We learn because when we practice, new fibers, new dendrites grow and connect with each other, forming synapses. Practice means making, correcting mistakes, learning from our own mistakes, and trying constantly. Mistakes are a natural and necessary part of the learning process. Attention, a big challenge for us because the brain stays alert only for about 10 minutes. So in general, the dropout in a class occurs before the quarter of an hour. The challenge for us is to find a way to maintain and develop students' attention during a given time. So this could happen, how we can capture the attention of our learners, especially the beginning of a lesson through a multitude of visual, auditory, kinesthetic inputs, new and emotional experiences. So our brain seeks pleasure. Very important. Remember that the pleasure center of the brain, or what we call reward circuit, tends to desire the repetition of the stimulus or experiences that causes pleasure. Every pleasant piece of information can cause the release of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that causes feelings of euphoria in the brain with the production of endorphins. It activates the limbic system. The limbic system is the center of emotions in our brain. So in this way, learning becomes enjoyable. It is positively reinforced when inner motivation, interest, and active engagement prevail. So we need a more multisensory process, because multisensory stimuli promote the development of the entire cortex, not only one region of the brain. We need repetition, because this builds the brain. Remember, the brain is social. So our brain evolves and learns through interaction and experiences with others. We always integrate collaborative projects. Brains related to problem solving, because our brains engage in finding multiple responses to a problem rather than finding the right answer. Learning is something that takes time. We need time to learn because we need time to grow and connect and write. And so we need structural breaks, because in this way the human brain can internalize new information. Remember, very important, that the search for meaning is innate, so new learning is more likely to be acquired and remembered if it is meaningful and relevant. Remember the learning pyramid, which says that after 2 weeks, we tend to retain only 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 50% of what we see, 70% of what we see or hear, and 90% of what we say and do. This learning pyramid clearly illustrates that active participation in the learning process results in increased knowledge building and retention. So learning is a holistic process. Emotional learning is very important. The role of emotion, everything we learn is influenced and organized by emotional states of minds. All the new scientific research suggests that new information arouses pleasure, but arouses pleasure is more easily stored in long-term memory. For concluding, I want to highlight how the principles of brain-compatible learning and its pedagogical applications are important when we examine the relationship of these principles with the design and use of digital tools. It's interesting to find the point of convergence of these two different fields of research, brain and internet, through an adopting neuroscientific approach. Hypertextuality, multimodality, multireferentiality, complexity of activities, authentic experience, metacognition are basic principles governing both fields at the same time. And in addition, social networks serve the social nature of the human brain, since our brain evolves and learns through interaction, as I said before. So stimulating and enriching challenges environment and interactive multimedia tools and applications are very important for the development of the human brain and the creation of what we call neuronal synapses. Optimal teaching techniques attempt to link ICT with brain function compatible principles and strategies and tend to focus on higher cognitive functions. So, teachers who take into account all these principles, the way in which the brain functions, are able to better discover and understand the state of the students, to better identify their needs, to define specific learning objectives for each of them, and to dynamically adapt the teaching methods and techniques. This way, teachers embrace the power of novelty. They destabilize students and associate new ideas with what the students already know. They present relevant and meaningful information, since the brain is wired to pay attention to things that are relevant to each person in their survival. And remember that a good teacher is only those who can restructure human minds and be a brain changer. We are actually brain changers. Thank you very much for the invitation, and many congratulations to all our awardees today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for those beautiful words. 2 words that stuck in my mind is holistic learning and teaching. The teacher, not only teaching, but the learning also has to be holistic. So that is and the structure of teaching. And this is what I'm going to carry with my students when I teach. And thank you so much, ma'am. And those beautiful words are going to ring in my mind. And that is the essence of education, to simulate the mind. And that is what a teacher does best. Thank
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think my internet is not working properly, and I'm sorry for that. Here is a token of appreciation for your services as guest speaker and a keynote speaker for phenomenal and worthy presentation in the Golden Globe Education Award 2023 and being part of the Virtual International Education Talk Season 6, 2023, organized by Education World. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I mean, I'm really sorry for the do anything about. So thank you, ma'am. And now we'd like to welcome a very special person whom I really admire, and that is Seema Negi. She's always been a person who I look forward to listening, and she comes from the lineage of Indian Air Force, a passionate educator. She's worked with some of the most reputed schools and presently principal of Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. She's discovered her love and zest towards education when she realized that her desire revolves around the development of the nation. Being a visionary, her leadership has always been dynamic and passionate. She's prevailed in the field of education for more than 2 decades, and she believes she was destined to be a teacher, an epitome of sheer dedication and hard work, a team player. And what makes her different is her down-to-earth approach. She believes in the fact rather than just hampering about an issue. She firmly believes she has a legacy to leave behind in the form of successful students who are an asset to society. Her future plans include educating the youth of the country, guiding them on the right path. She wants to do all she can to support literacy. She plans on pouring her heart and soul in teaching. She's always there to set by example. She's associated with many educational and social organizations. She's received a plethora of awards, which include the Atulya Vidya Ratan Samman 2021, the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Professional Excellence Award, the Pillar of India Award, the Global Gandhi Peace Award, Dr. Sarojini Naidu Award, the Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor. She was awarded in 7 countries, Nepal, Sri Lanka, London, Dubai, and India. She is prestigious title of Education Icon, Education Queen 2018, and has been recognized by the world. Her work has been recognized by the World Book of Records UK, and she has conducted more than 500 seminars. A very warm welcome to you, Seema ma'am. Pleasure listening and meeting you today.
Thank you so much, Shelley. That was such a elaborate introduction. I'm just a simple person, a simple learner. And that is what I want to present today in front of the August gathering. All the educators from all over the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from whichever part of the world you are joining us. See, world has become such a small place. Sitting at our own comfort zone, we are able to connect with each other. To begin with, I want to congratulate to all who are getting awarded today. It is you, your hard work, your journey, your story that matters. And you know, जैसे कहा जाता है, ज्ञान से बड़ा कोई दान नहीं और गुरु से बड़ा कोई दानी नहीं. आप सब गुरु हैं. And in the passage of time, while we keep on giving the knowledge and information to our children, somewhere down the line, at times we forget that we are also important and we need to upskill ourselves. So I'm giving you the keys to upskill your own self so that whosoever you are, wherever you are today, tomorrow or after this entire webinar and this award function, you will become a better person than who you were. You will be more knowledgeable. You will turn your windows to the, you'll turn your mirrors to the windows of opportunity because you are the one who is ready to learn come what may. I don't know how many of you have read the book by Stephen Covey, which is about the 7 effective habits of the highly effective people, the leaders. The leaders lead by habit. And to make habit, you need to rigorously practice that. If you will not rigorously practice, it is something that you will do one day, you will do it with a lot of passion, but then next day you will not do it. Then that will not create habit. So start creating habit first in your own self and then in your learners, to anyone else, your home, your office, your school, any place. So the first habit that is very important is be proactive. How many of us are willing to take responsibility in our life? We do not wait for the opportunity to come. We are ready and we are proactive. You know, when pandemic stuck, we were all stuck and then came the digital wave. Yes, we need to move ahead. Be proactive. Don't wait for any pandemic to come and push you. Be ready for the solutions. Start thinking with what exactly you need. So the second habit is begin with the end in mind. Now, for a simple example, when you teach a particular grade, always begin with the end in mind. What do you want to see at the end of the academic year? If there is any event, what is your goal for that particular event? Is your mission and your goal clearly defined for whatever you are doing? That has to be clear. Most often I say, you need to manifest what you are doing. When you manifest it, you start believing in it. And when you start believing in it, it becomes easy for you to achieve it. So the third habit is put first things first. Prioritize what is most important. See, you will have many things to do. And sometimes you feel, okay, let me finish this and let me finish this. And somewhere down the line, you are only confused. What is the most important thing? It is important to prioritize. What is the utmost thing that you need right now to happen? Do that first and then the second thing. The fourth and the very important habit is think win-win. Have this attitude, winner's attitude. There will be situation which will be adverse, but with the winner's attitude, when you start thinking win-win, you ensure that everybody is a part of that ecosystem and you come ahead with any adversity as a winner. See, it's not about winning and losing. It is about learning. And this winner's attitude helps you to become an active learner. The fifth habit is seek first to understand, seek first to understand and then to be understood. You know, most of the time we just want people to understand us, just to understand us, but we do not have the patience to understand other. We do not have the patience to listen to other carefully. We always wait for somebody to finish so that we can speak. It is very, very important to listen to people very sincerely, because when you will understand them, then only you can expect that they should understand you. The sixth habit is synergize. You know, synergy is so powerful. Today, if we are sitting together from different parts of the world, this is a beautiful synergy. And this synergy is helping each other learn, helping each other grow. So work together to achieve more. That is what is synergy. And these moments of synergy, these moments of teamwork, these moments of working together make everyone a winner. Seventh habit is sharpen the saw. I think most of you who are sitting here today, you are sharpening your saw because you are ready to learn. You're ready to go through the process of unlearn, relearn, and learn again. And that is what is needed. Keep on renewing your own self. Keep on reinventing your own self. Keep on understanding that you can be a better person by your own efforts. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, to those who try to be the transformation they want to see, to those who try to be the transformation they want to see the self, by the self, in the self. It all starts from you and you, because you are the most important person in the entire universe. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your own capacities and capabilities, trust me, the entire universe is open for you. Life has abundance to give. Are we willing to take it? So if we follow the simple habits of these 7 habits were given by Stephen Covey, trust me, you will reinvent yourself. जैसे हिंदी में कहा गया है, क्योंकि आप सब शिक्षक हैं, शिक्षक और सड़क दोनों एक जैसे होते हैं. शिक्षक और सड़क दोनों एक जैसे होते हैं. खुद जहां है वहीं पर रहते हैं, पर दूसरों को मंजिल तक पहुंचाते हैं. This is what you do. As an educator, as a guru, as a teacher, you ensure that you are taking your pupil to their destination. But for that, we have seen times have changed. We are no longer the sage on the stage. We are the guide by the student's side. We are the facilitator. We are the mentors. It is important to start with us, by us, from us. And if we do that, the world is yours. So all my dear teachers who are watching us, who will listen to the illustrious speakers that we still have, and the speakers who have already spoken, and understand one thing: the more you learn, better you become. So I give you this entire universe, love, life, light to you, roar and soar. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, the Global Education Award, Educatio, Farheen and Shelley, for such wonderful evening. Shelly ma'am, you are on mute.
Sorry. What I'd like to say, which is really, honed in my heart just now, is to look within you. When you start looking within yourself, you understand what can be done, what is being done, and how I must progress and how should I work with my students. And that is, I think, the goal of every teacher. When you look within yourself, you bring that change in society. If you want to be the change, you have to look within yourself. खुदी को बढ़कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा बंदे से पूछे बोल तेरी रजा क्या है. So that is, I mean, what I gathered from your lecture, ma'am. Thank you so much for those beautiful words and beautiful advice you've given us, which I'm going to carry forward. Which I'm going to carry forward in my day-to-day teaching. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now we'd like to give you a token of appreciation. This is an appreciation of your services. I think there's a doubling of voice. 1 second.
You're
There
muted,
is
ma'am.
too much rainfall here, so there has been a problem.
You're
So,
joined by two systems.
sir, I'm trying to, because once this system goes in my laptop, I try to join by my phone.
Okay.
So can we just go back to the former slide? Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. This is a certificate of recognition in appreciation of your services as a guest speaker and a key speaker, and a phenomenal one at that, and a worthy presentation for Education Award and International Education Talk Season 6. Thank you so much. A very big thank you from Education World and a token of gratitude from our side. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So much, truly honored.
I am so sorry for what is happening today, because this is something which I can't have nothing to do about. Okay, so we are starting with now the most interesting part of our program. That is the announcement of the Golden Globe Education Award 2023. We first start with the Lifetime Achievement Awards. Can we have the first slide, please? This award of honor for the Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Miss Evangelia Vasilkov, international speaker and global educator from Greece. A big congratulations to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next slide, please. Can we have the next slide, please? The next Lifetime Achievement Award is given to Dr. Vijay Nagesh, Principal, Takshila International School, Shionarayan. Thank you so much and congratulations, sir. This is to appreciate their gratitude, the education world recognition for your tireless effort and contribution towards education. The next Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Dr. Pramod Mahajan, Director Principal, Sharjah School, Sharjah, UAE. Congratulations, sir. Very well deserved. Thank you so much, sir. It is for your tireless efforts that Education appreciate you. And this is a certificate of participation. Thank you so much, sir. The next Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Dr. Seema Negi, Director Principal, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. Education World appreciates you with gratitude for your services and tireless working you're doing for education for the year 21-22. Thank you so much, ma'am. The certificate of participation from Education World. Thank you so much, ma'am. The next Lifetime Achievement Award is given to Dr. Ankita Sharma, Headmistress Academic World School, Bhimtara, for her tireless work in the field of education for the year 21-22. Congratulations, ma'am, for their efforts. And this is a certificate of participation. The next Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Ms. Anju Ajmani, Global Speaker, Principal, Mascot Public School, Saga. Congratulations, ma'am. Very well deserved. This is a token of gratitude from Education World for your tireless services and efforts in the field of education.
Thank you, ma'am.
You very well deserved, ma'am. The next award goes to the Dynamic Principal of the Year to Shri P. Palani, Founder Secretary, Isaac Newton English School, Bangalore. Education World honors you for your tireless efforts. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations again. The next award goes to, for the Dynamic Principal of the Year is awarded to Brother Sajan Anthony, Principal, Little Flower School, Hyderabad. Congratulations, sir, for your tireless efforts from Education World in the field of education for 21-22. Congratulations, sir. The next award goes for the Global Educator of the Year goes to Firoz Akbarov, International ESL EFL Institute, ETA, Uzbekistan. Congratulations, sir, for your tireless efforts in the field of education, especially languages, sir. Teaching language is an art, sir, and you excel in that. Thank you so much, sir. And congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. The next Innovative Researcher of the Year is awarded Dr. Ryogel L. Santiago, School Researcher Manager, Gordon Heights National High School, Olongapo. From Education World, a word of appreciation for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your participation. The next Researcher of the Year is awarded to Alex Kang, PH, Professor AL and Data Scientist, Global Research Institute of Technology and Engineering, North Carolina, United States. Congratulations, sir, from Education World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much, sir, for your participation. The next Dynamic Department Head of the Year is awarded to Dr. Amel E. Genzola, EFL Department Head, Jilin University, Lamberton. Congratulations from Education and gratitude for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you for your participation, sir. The next Dynamic School Head of the Year is awarded to Sleeve Christopher Wong, School Head Kwang H. San Juan, Philippine Chen. Congratulations, sir, for your dynamic contribution towards the field of education. Thank you so much, sir, for your participation from Education World. Thank you, sir. The next Dynamic Educator of the Year goes to Mr. Faisal Fayyaz, Senior Lecturer, Superior University, Pakistan, ISEF Symposium Presenter, 2022, Atlanta, US Judge, National Science and Engineering Fair, Pakistan. Congratulations, sir, from Education World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much for your participation, sir. The next award for Innovative Professor of the Year awarded to Professor Dr. Suraya Bano, Assistant Professor in Computer Science, Bhilai Nagar. Congratulations, ma'am, for your tireless education efforts in the field of education from Education World. Congratulations, ma'am. The Dynamic Researcher of the Year is awarded to Dr. Yogesh Rao, Postdoctor Research Scholar Process, Gorakhpur. Congratulations, sir, and congratulations from Education World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much, sir, for your participation. The next Dynamic Researcher of the Year is awarded to Dimple Juneja, Research Scholar Mohanlal Sukhadia University, Udaipur. Congratulations, ma'am. And this is to give you an honor from Education World for working tirelessly in the field of education. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your participation. The next Innovative Researcher of the Year is awarded to Ikrar Hussain Mari, Researcher Shahid Benazir Bhutto. Congratulations. And this is as a sign of gratitude from Education World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Congratulations, sir, and thank you for your participation. The next Dynamic Director of the Year is awarded to Shweta Kanjani, Director, PVM International School, Kisod. Congratulations, ma'am. And this from Education World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much for your participation, ma'am. The next innovative EduTech Company of the Year is awarded to Ayatham EduTech P Private Limited. Congratulations for your good work for the year 2021-22 in the field of education. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation. The most promising educator of the year goes to Devjani Mitra, educationist. Congratulations, ma'am, from Educatio World for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you for your participation, ma'am. The next award goes to...
Next education award goes to a very dynamic coordinator of the year, Dr. Shaili Malik, a well-known educationist, and the way she conducts the programs.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Congratulations, ma'am, for this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Heartiest congratulations, Shaili.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. The next innovative academic coordinator of the year goes to Priya Lokras, ma'am, academic coordinator, Mascot Public School, Sagar, a very soft-spoken teacher. Congratulations, ma'am, for your tireless efforts in the field of education from Educatio World. Thank you for your participation, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for this.
She speaks beautifully.
Wonderful words.
She speaks beautifully in her soft voice. The next
Thank you.
dynamic teacher of the year goes to Julie D, Biology faculty, Sushila Birla Girls School, Kolkata. Congratulations, ma'am, for your tireless efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your participation. The next young teacher of the year is awarded to Shrivalli Jayanti, TGT Mathematics, Novel International School, Maharashtra. Congratulations, ma'am, for your tireless efforts in the field of education from Educatio World. We need the young blood. Congratulations. They're going to carry the baton forward, and that to maths. Highly appreciate you, ma'am. The next innovative teacher of the year is awarded to Gana Arun Tulasi Rajendran Nair, teacher, Sharjah Indian School, Gubaiba. Congratulations for your well-deserved efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. The next, sorry, ma'am. The next innovative teacher coordinator of the year goes to Asha Thakkar, pre-primary head, Mumbai. Congratulations from Educatio World and gratitude for your efforts in the field of education. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the award winners. And each effort by them has been stupendous. And I give you all the credit for being part of this program. And the Educatio World recognize all your efforts. Thank you so much for the patient listening to the awards. And congratulations to all the award winners. Now, for the next part of the program, we have the address by our special guest, Dr. Pramod Mahajan, Director Principal, Sharjah Indian School, Sharjah, UAE. He's a B.Ed in creativity, MBA, has honorary PhD in metaphysics, is the Principal Director of Sharjah Indian School. He has experience in CBSE schools as principal for more than 16 years. His total teaching experience has been more than 35 years. He's a core member of the working group of education wing of Office of Ambassador, the Embassy of India, Abu Dhabi, UAE, one of the board of directors of Principals Council of Sharjah Private Education Authority, Government of Sharjah. At the international level, he has participated in the Global School Leaders Conference conducted by University of Queensland, Australia, completed the leadership program about futuristic learning from IIM Ahmedabad in 2012. He's participated in the World Summit in outcome-based education. He's been part of the International School Award by British Council, invited as one of the global education leaders to attend the World Education Leadership Symposium, received the Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam International Education Honor by Krishna, received the Global Principal Award in 2022, received the Vice President CIA Global Trust Award, awarded for his excellence in education, and the list goes on. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of this program today, and a very warm welcome to you. Looking forward to listening to you and your beautiful PPT presentation, sir. That is what I really, really like. Thank you so much, sir.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Namaste, namaskaram, salam alaikum. Yes, the Educatio World is that platform where we talk about education, where we talk about edu leaders, and where we recognize the good work done by the people in 360-degree globally. The world is changing. A lot of emerging trends are coming up. We do deserve for the honors and for the awards, but we should keep in mind that yes, in the emerging global world, we have to keep on upgrading ourselves, unlearning, relearning, transforming, and scaffolding. Otherwise, a big issue. Otherwise, a big question mark. Somebody has very rightly said, अपनी रोशनी की बुलंदियों पर कभी नहीं इतराना, अपनी रोशनियों की बुलंदियों पर कभी नहीं इतराना, चिराग सबके बुझते हैं, हवाएं किसी की नहीं होती. चिराग सबके बुझते हैं, हवाएं किसी की नहीं होती. What I mean to say, yes, getting award is a good start. Retaining it is a process, and keep on going ahead is really a challenging. And one who accepts the challenge with the smiling face shows that, yes, he is the one who can change the world. He is the one who is a change ambassador. He is the one who will be leading tomorrow. Today, I'll be discussing about a very well-known fact. It is very simple, but yes, the simple things are so complex. That is nothing but the design, or we can say the decision making, how to make the decisions. From the very beginning, we keep on deciding, but how to make the effective decisions. Because if you're making the effective decisions, then only you can be on the right track. So let me share my PPT, and then we will discuss about what's the decision making and how to decide effectively. Is the screen visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The screen is visible.
Thank you. Thank you. So the Golden Globe Education Award 2023 initiative by Educatio World. Let us think about decision-making skill. Let us decide something on decision-making skill. Decision-making may be right, may be wrong, but yes, you have to decide. Before deciding, you have to think that there is someone within you. For deciding any concept, or deciding any issue, or deciding any conflict, you need not to be wisest, you need not to be fastest, you need not to be powerful, you need not to be smartest. What you need is, you should have a courage and boldness. What is that courage and what is that boldness? Let us think, let us understand by this small video. Then we will think that why the lion is the king of the kingdom, of the animal kingdom. It is because of the attitude. It is because of the courage. It is because of his winning sting. It is because of he thinks he can do it, and only he will do it. So like that, if you have to decide, you should have that firm attitude. Let us understand that thing by this small video. In the jungle, which animal is biggest? Keep on writing on the chat box if you want to. Yes, very right, they said elephant. Which is the tallest? Giraffe. Which is the wisest? No doubt. It is fox. Which one is the fastest? cheetah. Among all these, where is the lion? Where is the picture of a lion who is the king of the animal kingdom? Missing from the picture. But the king. What are those qualities? What are those deciding facts which makes the lion king? It's courageous. Is bold. Always ready to face any challenge, any barrier. No matter how big or bad the barrier is. Walks with confidence, having attitude, dares anything, unstoppable, risk taker. These are all the qualities of a decision maker. For him, every and any animal is a food. Always try to giving its best to do anything. Has the charisma. So what is that? We learn from the lion as a decision maker. You need not to be fastest to decide. You need not to be wisest to decide. You need not to be smartest to decide. You need not to be brilliant to decide. What do you want? If you have to live a great life while making your decision correct, you should be courageous. You should be bold. Ready to try anything and everything. You should have a faith to believe it is possible. It is possible for me. You can. All you need is to believe in within yourself. And decision making is nothing but bringing the lion which is within you. Face the terrible, face it boldly. Face the terrible, face it boldly. That is the main characteristic of a decision maker. Scope for the decision or for discussion. These are the points which we are going to discuss. Decision making aspects. Which characteristic do decision makers need to focus? No doubt, it is an ongoing process. It is a well-informed process. It ensures your capability. Being a decision maker, you should be confident. Being a decision maker, you should be ambitious. Being a decision maker, you should be creative, critically thinking. Being a decision maker, you should be ethical and healthy. When I say healthy, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your psychological well-being, all should be synchronized. You should be enterprising one. How you are going to plan to be a good decision maker? The first is whether your thought process is future fit. The second aspect is whether your thought process is with full of impactful aspects. Whether your thought process consists of skills. Whether your thought process involve right pedagogies, right resources for the right purpose in a right way. Effective delivery. Are you delivering effectively? Are you communicating effectively? Are you getting connected effectively? Are you connecting the dots effectively? Are you thinking always what is next and what's the purpose of your decision? How to decide? The days were gone when the crow used to decide. Remember that story. A pot, thirsty crow, putting a stone. Time has gone. He has to decide in this manner. So that is nothing but the modern way of deciding the things, whatever the need and requirement is. What is decision making? Please write or please think the one sentence which is defining the decision making according to you, and we'll proceed. Please write that. Yes, and let us see that up to what extent you are close with the definition of a decision making, which is research based. Decision making is the cognitive process. It is a cognitive process leading to the selection of a course of action among alternatives. Among many alternatives, what you are selecting with the cognitive process, that is called decision making. Every decision making process produces final choice. Many alternatives you have to narrow down the choices, and then you have to freeze one choice, which is your final choice. It may be an action, it may be your opinion. Trust me, your action, your opinion is based on your decision making. It begins when you need to do something, but you don't know how to do that, what to do, where to do. Therefore, decision making is a reasoning process, not only the cognitive process, but the reasoning also. The smart definition of a decision making is narrowing down the possibilities and choosing the action and determining the action's potential consequences. It's not a problem that you have a problem. It's a problem if you don't deal with the problem. The main problem is we don't consider problem as a problem, and that creates a big problem. If you consider problem as a problem, then every problem has a unique solution. Then you'll find out that unique solution. Decision making, we'll think about the process, we think about the various tools, and we'll think about, this is very close to my heart, barriers of good decision making. What are those 3-4 components which is a big hurdle in the path of making a good decision? Let us understand once again what the decision making process is. The paradigm of decision making. Making choices among alternatives with the intention of moving forward some desired state of affairs. Not only speaking, it is highest subjective expected utility. The process is identify the problem, choose the best process, develop the alternative solution, not only one solution. Then choose the best alternative, implement the selected alternative, then evaluate yourself. What is the rational choice paradigm? Identifying the problem and opportunities are more effective if you identify the problem properly.
Created using Powtoon.
Barriers of good decision making. This is very, very important if you wanted to be a good decision maker. What are the barriers in the process of decision making? Successful leaders have the courage to take the action while others hesitate. So hesitation is the biggest barrier in the path of making good decision. What are the other hurdles? Hasty. Making quick decision without having much thought. Sometimes to decide anything and everything, we are in a hurry. So that force you to end with the hasty decision. You should have much more thoughtfulness before deciding. Narrowing down, decision making is based on very limited information. If you don't have sufficient information and if you decide, then your decision will be a narrow decision, not the wide decision, not the macro decision. Scattered. Your thought process in making the decision are disconnected or disorganized. When your thought process is disconnected or disorganized, your decision will not be proper. It will be scattered, fuzzy. Sometimes the lack of clarity on important aspect causes a lot of issues. And then you overlook certain important consideration. So these are the hesitation, hastiness, narrowing the things, scattered and fuzzy. These are the main hurdles in the path of making a good decision. A decision is one when there are different things you can do and you can pick up one of them. You make lots of decisions every day. Yes, lots of decisions every day. Remember today when you woke up, you have decided so many things. What to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, what to eat, what to wear. See, all those are the processes. Choosing a best with available alternatives. The first step is paradigm shift in thinking. You have to bring a shift in your thinking process. Keeping the stakeholders well informed. What I mean to say stakeholder, throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the month or throughout the year or throughout your career, with whom you are dealing, while deciding, you have to keep all the stakeholders well informed by your thought process. Investing in right resources and technology. While deciding, your thought process should consist of right resources, right technology, and right design thinking. The fourth step, safeguarding schools from all threats. If you are deciding for the schools, so safeguard the schools from 360 degree. Creating the growth mindset and culture. Growth mindset and culture. That culture where everyone will be happy. That culture where your presence is influence. That culture where you become a magnetic authority. That's culture where you have got the X factor. You have to create that sort of culture, and that is possible by the growth mindset. So think about what to eat in the breakfast, decision making, and all those four processes you conclude without knowing. But what I mean to say, if you wanted to be a good decision maker, you focus on your processes, why you have selected this breakfast today. If you focus on those processes, trust me, in future, whatever be the problem is, whatever be the issue is, you will decide properly. This is also a big decision, what to wear. You have to think about the climate, whether it's raining today, whether it is hot today, which party I am going, what age group will be there, whether I'm delivering a lecture today, whether I'm playing today, whatever be, lot of alternatives, lot of thought process. Some lively example I am giving. Choosing a major subject, it's not a simple thing. You have to do a lot of research, market survey. What is the need and requirement of the market? What is the need and requirement of the various companies and various people who are employing you? What the employer needs? And then only you will be choosing your career. Otherwise, you may be having a lot of degrees and a lot of post-graduation with the gold medals and all, and you will be on the road. So you have to decide at what you are good, what makes you happy while performing, and for what someone want to pay, and what is the need and requirement of the market. These are all factors while choosing a major subject and choosing your career. Choosing a good friend, choosing a good boyfriend, choosing a good girlfriend, choosing your life partner, a lot of decision. What is your body flora? What is your thought process? What is your ego? What is your self-esteem? And if it doesn't match, wow, it's a super duper failure. The all decisions. Choosing a job, whether you can perform without any stress within that or not, whether you can give your best or not, and whether that job will make you happy or not, whether that job will give you prosperity or not. The most important thing is whether that job will satisfy your inherent talent or not. Decision making. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. Ask these questions to yourself before deciding anything. Think left, think right, think above, think below. Then only you can decide properly. Again, with this small video, you will understand what is the importance of decision making and your personality, your approach with the stakeholders, with the others, to making a team with proper communication, how it affects your good decisions. Very research-based video. Feel the vibration before deciding. Yes, I can do it. It is ultimate work. You can do the miracles. You can fly. You can do anything, but remember, all the time you will never get success. Sometimes you may fail, enjoy it. Sometimes you need support to decide. Take the support. Sometimes you need guidance, why not? Choose your mentor. Make a team. You can find all the above. You are working as a team. Team together, everyone achieves more. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Many hands make work lighter. Talent wins game, but the intelligent wins championship. Coming together is beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Self-explanatory picture, working together. Wow, helping to each another. See the teamwork. That's the challenge. You can do anything. Conquer the world. This is the real friendship. Take the challenge. Daring. Possible. Everything is possible. Teamwork, your attitude, your boldness, your courage makes a better team. What you have to do as a decision maker? Focus on removing the logical contradiction which is within you. There are many logical contradictions within you when you are deciding. Focus on that. Make a logical sequence by modifying your own thought process, by rejecting your own decisions. That is the higher order learning. And that is possible with proper pedagogy and resources. And for that, a lot of critical thinking is required. Decision-making process. Recognize the decision requirement, why the decision has to be taken, whether it is required or not. Unnecessary, if the things are not required, why to decide? Let it go like that. Diagnosis and analysis of causes. After deciding what will be the consequences, think before that itself. And then when those consequences will happen, enjoy it. Because you have thought it before. Development of alternatives. Develop various alternatives. Create alternatives. Don't say that I am the best. Challenge yourself and create different alternatives. Selection of desired alternative. After creating various alternatives, then see what is desired. Implement the chosen alternative and evaluate it and take the feedback. What factors do influence the decision-making process? In Harvard, this research has been done. One research paper is recently published. What are those factors which influence the decision-making process? Technology, culture, and ethics. Technology, IT and decision-making. Artificial intelligence helps you to decide. iPhone where you are using, you are asking, hello Siri, what is that route? Decision-making. You are taking the help of artificial intelligence to decide your route, to decide your path, to decide which road you have to follow. Computer support you for the decision making. Internet gives you various options. Decision support software, virtual teamwork, fuzzy logic and neural networks. Cultural factors and decision making. Culture, the way in which a group of people solve problem. As I told you, the growth mindset and the culture of learning. By every mistake of yours, you should learn in such a manner that at least you should not repeat the same mistake. New mistakes are welcome. Then you are a good decision maker. North American culture stresses decisiveness, speed, and the selection of alternatives. Other cultures pay less emphasis on individual choice than the implementation to solve the problem. The most important impact of culture on decision making is the issues related to the status problem in the firm. Status, ego, self-ego, minority complex, majority complex, conflicts, inherent talent. Inherent talent is also sometimes become impactful while deciding. Ethical issues and decision making. Ethical dilemma. A situation in which the person must decide whether to do or not to do something that, although personally or organizationally beneficial, may be considered unethical, perhaps illegal. So like that, you have to decide accordingly. Ethical dilemma. Lot of ethical dilemmas are there when you are deciding. Please.
Can I have the person on mute, please?
While deciding, there are a lot of issues comes. I am reminded of two lines of a very well-known poet. And this is being used by a renowned IAS in his book, Ethical Dilemma, and the government servant. मुख्तसर सी जिंदगी के अजब से अफसाने हैं. मुख्तसर सी जिंदगी के अजब से अफसाने हैं. यहाँ तीर भी चलाने हैं और परिंदे भी बचाने हैं. यहाँ तीर भी चलाने हैं और परिंदे भी बचाने हैं. Ethical dilemma. Ethical dilemmas are often associated with risk and uncertainty. Non-routine problem solutions. Non-routine. Routine problems you can resolve it. You have a temperature, take crocin. You have a headache, put some Vicks or something. Routine problems. Non-routine problems. How to protect yourself from corona. Non-routine problem. Then you have to decide. Ethical decision-making checklist. Is my action legal? Is it right? Is it beneficial? If it is beneficial, to whom? How do I feel if my family found out about this? Yeah, many times you have to decide something which is against the wish of your family. How do I feel if my decision were printed in the local newspaper? Yes, you have to think about that. Suggestions for integrating the ethical decision making into the firm. These are some suggestions. It's not mine, it is research based. Implication of ethics for decision making. These are some implications. Again, breaking the iceberg. Before deciding, think deep. It's all about deeper training of yourself. It's all about thinking about how to think. It's all about applying the known concept in unknown. Think around. Why? Before deciding, think deep, think around. It's all about most appropriate tactics. Think within. How tactful you are. How diplomatic you are, that will give you the bad decision. How tactful you are, how resourceful you are, how pedagogically strong you are. Think within and think beyond. It's all about to be futuristic. Your decision, what impact will be there in future? Think beyond. So think deep, think around, think within, and think beyond. Let us end today's let me finish my speech today with a scientific way of deciding a good decision. Philosophy
Your
of
decisions will be better if you apply these 4 skills: scientific inquiry, idealistic inspiration, creative imagination, and technical research. We call this ethical individualism.
Ethical individualism.
The first skill is scientific inquiry. With it we can make informed decisions. The scientist relies on attentive observation and conceptual thinking skills to understand what is happening. In billiards we universalize the situation by connecting the concept of an elastic ball with the concept's motion, impact,
how much you
and
have to
velocity.
decide before hitting a ball.
With universal conceptual thinking the scientist can understand how things work. We construct a conceptual model in our mind that corresponds to the observed event. In this way we can predict what will happen.
Thought process model, connecting the
When
dots.
we predict an unfavorable future of budget problems, we may want to change it. To change something, you need to be motivated. For motivation, we look to skill 2, idealistic inspiration. With it we are inspired by
Idealistic
our ideals.
Inspiration.
Personal bias is not an ideal. Bias makes us narrow-minded and one-sided, so we unfairly favor one group or point of view over others.
You have to be
Unbiased
out of the bias.
idealism is possible. The philosopher rigorously pursues unbiased truth just as the scientist does, with the use of conceptual thinking. With conceptual thinking we can make unbiased ethical decisions. Our example is a workplace situation, where we observe that Jack the manager is upset with Julie the receptionist. What should you do?
A real-time example.
My friendship with Jack could cause me to unfairly take his side. To overcome bias we use conceptual thinking. To select the right ethical ideal that will guide our action. We first add general concepts to construct a conceptual model of the situation in our mind. By universalizing the situation with general concepts like manager and worker, we avoid
professional way
triggering
of
personal
deciding.
emotional bias. We add that the manager's behavior should be termed bullying. Conceptually, we have a manager who is bullying a worker. The situational concepts meet our various ideals in the conceptual realm. Pure reason now reflects on the conceptual content. You've got it. Thinking leads to an empowering insight, an intuition to protect our coworker from harm. We call this experience moral intuition. Even though your ethical decision has universal characteristics, it remains an individual decision, because our life situations are different. And the depth of each one's thinking is different. We
Everyone
now
is
have our
special.
inspiring guiding principle. Next, we need to decide what specific action to take. Skill 3 is creative imagination. A
Imagination,
decision
but
is
it should be
better if we
creative.
envision a clear goal. The ideal principle we selected in the previous step, protect from harm, needs to be imaginatively translated into a specific goal of action. We call this moral imagination. But artistic creativity seems mysterious. Not really. We can all have creative ideas when we place a pure, unclothed concept at the center of our focus. This sparks creativity to add detail. You've got an idea. The idea is to offer donuts to Jack and Julie to calm the situation. Having envisioned our goal, we are driven by love, our love for the objective to protect Julie from harm. The power of love overcomes our fear, and we act. We conclude with skill 4, technical research. A decision is better if when we carry it out we do no harm. We need a plan for how to skillfully implement our goal into the world. We call this moral technique. The world that we want to change already exists, and operates according to natural and social laws. Unnecessary disruptions are caused by violating the laws of nature.
Don't violate the laws of
Unnecessary
notion while
disruptions
deciding.
are caused by violating the existing social customs that hold things together. To avoid disruption, technicians study the existing science in their field. The workers did some research to learn about the workplace and the rights of workers. They convinced management to provide training to prevent workplace bullying. All workplace bullying stopped. Your decisions will be better, using the skills of the scientist, the philosopher, the artist, and the technician.
So that is from my side about the decision making. At the last, what I mean to say, if you are listening to the sound of your heart, if you are listening to your self-conscious, you will be a better decision maker. What I mean to say, have you seen the birds, eagle? They started flying very high. Well-known Shair has very rightly said, and I wanted to end my speech with that 2 lines. वो खुद ही जान जाते हैं बुलंदियां आसमानों की, वो खुद ही जान जाते हैं बुलंदियां आसमानों की, परिंदों को नहीं दी जाती तालीम उड़ानों की, परिंदों को नहीं दी जाती तालीम उड़ानों की. Thank you very much. Once again, I am congratulating to all the winners today, those who are getting the awards, with the instruction that don't forget, the first award is the just beginning. You have to go far away. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That is how well said. You have to change with the changing times, because education is an ongoing process, and all decision making lies to that. And that is the first step towards making a decision, is to learn and unlearn what you have already learned. Thank you so much, sir. This is a token of appreciation from Education World. Can I have the next slide?
Thank you.
Can I have the next slide, please? Thank you so much, sir. It is an appreciation for your services, being part of the Golden Globe Education Awards, and for your lovely speech in the Virtual International Education Talk Season 6. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And here's a token of gratitude from Education World. Thank you, sir. For the next part of our program, we have a speech by education expert, Mr. Kai Veche, Principal, British School Muscat, British School Salalah. Before I call upon sir to speak about his topic, I would first like to give a brief introduction of sir. Creative, innovative, and an enterprising school leader, teacher, facilitator, speaker, recognized by the ISC as an influential educator within international education in 21-22. He has devoted his career to teaching, learning, and seeking ways to bring out the very best in his students colleagues and school community. It is very important to work together. He has an appreciation and interest in combining the best traditional teaching methods with more innovative research-based approaches. Following 25 years as a teacher, a school leader in UK sector, he was appointed the principal of British School Muscat in 2011. In 2019, his role was extended to include responsibility for British School Salalah, with a commitment to ensuring the same high standards of excellence for his students. He was made a high performance learning fellow, recognizing the contribution that he made to education leadership in a global context, and was honored to be recognized as the top 10 international education influencers of 2021 by the ISC Research in January 2022. Under his guidance, British School Muscat was assessed as outstanding in all categories in his BSO inspection, and before leading BSM, Mr. Kai worked in 2 UK state schools and was Director of Innovation at SSAT London. A very warm welcome to you, sir, and we'd now like to hear you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that lovely introduction, Dr. Shelley, and thank you again for inviting me to be part of your education conference here, where we've got speakers from around the world. It's quite a privilege to join you again today. I'm actually joining you from very cold London, where I've been here for some meetings for the last couple of days. So that's why maybe I'm looking a bit chilly, a bit wrapped up, and I'm not in warm Muscat. But what I wanted to talk to you about today really is something I've been thinking about for quite a few years, and we've started to implement now in the schools in that I lead in Oman. And so I've worked in 4 schools in my career so far. I've also worked in a sort of very large insurance company before I went into education, and I also worked for 9 years in an educational charity in London. And in all these schools and organizations, there was one system which was, in my view, but I don't think just in my view, probably in everybody's view, dysfunctional, or at best, not really doing very much that it was supposed to do. And the system I'm talking about is the appraisal system, you might call it, or performance management system. So in all these schools and all these organizations I worked in, I never found anybody who could enthusiastically share with me how that performance management or appraisal system had actually done anything significant for their professional growth. So when I took on the principalship of British School Muscat over 10 years ago, you know, this was one of many things which I wanted to think about how we might improve it. And so as the years went by, we renamed our performance management system to performance development system. What happened? Any change? Nothing. We spent a lot of time working with our colleagues on smart targets and helping us all to understand how to articulate our objectives more clearly. Did we get much improvement? Not really. I read a wonderful book by Liz Wiseman called Multipliers, and the idea that as leaders, we should be working to multiplying the effect of the colleagues who we serve. I read that book. I tried to implement some of the ideas. Did it improve the system? Not really. We went through and we translated, or we transferred the bureaucracy of the appraisal system to an online system where we were using software to supposedly streamline the service. We went through one software product. We then went through a second software product. What happened? Any improvement in how people felt about the appraisal of performance management system? Not really. So as we're then going into COVID back in summer, spring 2020, you know, we still hadn't got a solution, but we do an annual staff survey. And in that annual staff survey, for every single year we did that survey from probably 2014 onwards, one of the areas which came out consistently that the staff were not happy about was that they said that the performance development system did not support their professional growth. So something clearly wrong with this system. And I did a lot of thinking about also what is the purpose of this performance development system or this appraisal system. isn't the purpose of this system about growing and developing the people who we work with? Shouldn't that be the goal? But there was virtually nobody in the school that I was leading who could say, yes, Kai, that system is helping me grow. So I felt there was something very wrong with our appraisal and performance management system. And this does seem to be a common issue right across organizations that I'd ever worked with. I don't know how you feel about these sorts of systems, if they run them in your organizations or schools. Anyway, summer 2020, if we can bear to think back to that time, it was a pretty tough time for probably most schools, if not all schools around the world. Yeah, we were probably doing online learning. We had parents who were frustrated because they had children at home, parents frustrated because they couldn't go to work, parents frustrated and devastated possibly because they were losing their jobs or they're having their salaries significantly cut. So summer 2020 was a tough time. And I worked with a number of teams in my schools. And towards the end of that summer, as we started to get ready for our school year 2020-2021, one of the teams that I worked with was in a very bad place in terms of the relationships it was having within that team. And you might have heard of a researcher in the UK called John Gottman, and he's done a lot of research into relationships and what doesn't work in relationships and what can work in relationships. And he's identified 4 toxins of relationships, what he sometimes calls the 4 horsemen of relationships. And these are criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. And if you have too much criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling in your relationship with another human being or in a team, then that will create a toxic environment and you'll be dysfunctional as a team. And there was lots of those toxins were prevalent in this particular team that I'm telling you about. But what's also interesting about John Gottman's work is that as well as identifying the toxins to poor teamwork, he's also identified antidotes to how you can combat those toxins and create a much more thriving team. So the reason I'm explaining that to you is because not only was this particular team in a bad place, but I'd also come across a coach who had offered me the chance to work with her because she just learned about team coaching. And I was very skeptical when I heard about this, when she shared this with me in early summer 2020. But by the time I was getting to the end of the summer 2020, and I had this particular team where these toxins were prevalent, I just didn't know what to do. And so I called her up and I said, you know, that team coaching you were talking about, I think we need to give it a go because I just don't know what to do with the toxicity that I've got in this particular team. So she came along and she did 3 two-hour sessions with this team over a 6-week period. And this team went from being pretty dysfunctional and toxic to a high-performing team across 3 team coaching sessions. So the team being coached, not individuals, the team being coached in team coaching techniques. And she helped us see the toxins which were prevalent in our team. And she also helped us work through the antidotes, which would really stop the prevalence of these toxins in our team. So by the end of that team coaching session, sort of 6 weeks, 3 sessions, and now my team had gone from being dysfunctional and right down here to high performing again. I was, having been skeptical about the potential of coaching, I became an evangelist for the power of coaching and what it can do positively for human relationships. And so then this got me thinking back to my appraisal systems, my performance development systems. What is wrong with those systems? Why are they not supporting professional growth? And one thing within those systems that we'd been using as the cornerstone really for those systems was graded lesson observations. You know, so somebody going in to watch somebody teach, giving them a grade, giving them feedback. And a lot of our teachers had said that they found this very scary. They found it judgmental. they weren't at their best when they were being observed in this way. And that piece in the performance management system or performance development system was something that they'd quite happily see the back of. You know, they wanted to get rid of it. It wasn't helpful. So I then, having gone through this experience with coaching and having listened to my colleagues talk about how unhappy they were about lesson observation, I thought, well, how about we just get rid of lesson observations, we get rid of this graded lesson observation, we take away this judgment of teachers, and we replace that judgment of teachers with a support mechanism in the form of coaching. And we allocate to every teacher a personal coach, or someone at least with coaching skills, who can support that teacher become an even better teacher. So my staff love the idea of this, and we call this program now, we call it Learning Talk, because we want, the aim of this program we're doing now is that everybody still has goals to improve and to become even better, but we create the conditions where they can talk about learning with their coach in a safe environment, and this is helping our staff now to flourish and to grow. And we're not just keeping coaching focused to these learning talk conversations, we are developing right across the school a coaching culture, because coaching is more than coaching. What does that mean? Well, coaching is about listening to each other better. It's about questioning each other better, but doing it on an equal footing. And so actually what a coaching culture is about is training ourselves to have much better reciprocal, supportive conversations with each other on an equal footing, and that those conversations help us grow, become better learners, become better teachers, become better professionals in whatever we're doing. So now, sort of 18 months on since we started introducing our coaching culture, we've had over 50 colleagues trained with coaching skills, and that number's growing all the time. We've got an ongoing relationship with a coach in the UK who does a lot of this training for us. A lot of it's online. We now are starting to have my colleagues have been feeling positive about Learning Talk, which has replaced performance management and performance development. And the way that we are now talking to each other, whether it's teacher to teacher, teacher to student, student to student, teacher to parent, we are getting much better at having supportive conversations with each other as we develop our coaching culture. So this has been 18 months so far in the making, and I think it'll be another few years before we feel really confident that it's embedded. But through this process, I am increasingly convinced that ideally, in an ideal world, every school where we're trying to support the learning of students, and if we're going to continue to do that even better, we need to support the learning of all our colleagues. And for me, I am convinced in the transformational impact that creating a coaching culture can have on our schools. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I really agree with you on the fact that all the time when somebody is looking over your head, you have that, instead of actually giving a positivity, you're having some kind of negativity there. So that really needs to change. And with an open forum, as we've just discussed, where you have more interaction, it's not only interaction between a teacher and a teacher, or a student or a teacher, parent. It's an overall talk with each other to understand what can enhance learning. And it can bring about it'll take a long time for change, that is true, but it will happen. And the student also feels comfortable when such an environment is there, because most of the times they're not ready to tell what they really want. And thank you so much, sir, for this beautiful way you presented the fact and respecting teachers, because I think a good and comfortable, when a teacher is teaching, then only you're comfortable to give out what you have to. Thank you so much, sir. And this is a certificate of recognition from Education World in appreciation for your services as a guest speaker and a keynote speaker for the Golden Globe Education Award and sorry for the technical hindrance on this side, and is also for being part of the Virtual Education Talk Season 6, 2023. Thank you so much, sir.
Recording in progress.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you. This is a token of gratitude, sir, from our side, from Educatio World.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much,
much
sir.
for inviting me, and it's been a pleasure to be working with you today. Thank you, Dr. Shelley, and thank you
Thank
to
you, sir.
Clarine also for her support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And now for the next part of our program, we have addressed by a special guest, Mr. Vineet Raj Kapoor, international speaker, IDT expert, World Skills, Dean Chitkara, principal, CX UI UX, Circulence USA, knowledge partner, TCS ION, delegation lead Korea, jury, serious play, evangelist, ASIFA, game design, virtual soft. He believes in the fact that he wants to transform people through design of experience, both visual and experiential, and also happens to run a design studio with a training faculty. Thus, the feather in his cap is the Chandigarh Design School, a design school founded by Mr. Vineet Raj Kapoor and Neelu Kapoor, a passionate design mentor with a game design streak from way back in 1980. When he designed his first game in his school, he helps designers learn how to get the twist into the story, that is very important, the fun into the game, and also how to use this knowledge to progress the society. He loves connecting with artists all around the world and wants to create a platform for artists and also happen to guide students across the world in their careers. As his experience in Chitkara University, as a CEO of the Virtual Soft Technology, as a World Skill International India expert, he plans to strategize student mobilization, conduct training and assess sort of competitions, participates in regional and national competitions to prepare a roadmap for the world skills training, willingness to come forward to learn. He handles design of customer experiences of all Circulence clients. This includes user experiences. Working as a city coordinator, Chandigarh handling ASIFA India, and also part of the team which develops film animation, both as an art, as an effective means of communication, a serious judge at the International Serious Play Awards at University of Central Florida in Orlando. He's mentored 3 teams at the first Smart India Hackathon as a design mentor, selected as a jury for the Reimagine Education Awards 2019-20 by Wharton Education Steering Committee. He has been part of the program volunteer to answer the questions of all students about India, about the fields of design, including animation, VFX, etc. He's also into method art and method animation, 2 identities formed to offer mentoring students in the field of design. So in a long list of so many other things, we'd like to welcome you, sir, to present your speech, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Nice.
I'll just share my presentation so that I do not take a lot of time for people. Yeah, I hope everybody is able to see the presentation. Right? Okay.
Yes, sir, we are able to do it.
So my, I thought because recently I have written a set of 10 insights into how education may change in future. Like I did a kind of research and all the distilling of the knowledge. So I wanted to share these 10 things. I've already shared this on LinkedIn. People who are connected with me on LinkedIn can already see it. But today I put it together as a presentation so that we can understand how education is going to be impacted and adjust ourselves around it. So like for fun, I have called it 10 commandments. So that people can remember them much better. So over to the first one. Okay, these are things you have already explained. Just a couple of things like I happen to write a book called Unchess. It is a life strategy book based on chess. So deriving ideas from chess towards how you can manage or strategize your life. It is not a do-it-yourself kind of a book. It is more of a philosophical book. So if you love philosophy and chess, of course, I think you'll really love this book. And then, of course, I've created a pedagogy for teaching creative people, which is called Adapt. More of that sometime later. So let me move on to the future of learning. So the first commandment, teaching will cease as the prime mode of learning. This is very important. Many people, in fact, a lot of what I'm going to discuss today will be considered controversial by some of the teachers. Many may not agree, but okay, let me put across those. So teaching will cease as the prime mode of learning. So systems have to be built around self-learning. So teachers kind of take a role when they watch the students learn and guide them while they're learning, not trying to teach them. So for example, if I have to teach any specific subject about the solar system, it is much easier to have a wonderful video on solar system, maybe by Discovery Channel on YouTube, which would do the job much, much better. So I should be there when the students have questions. So that is my role now. So I think this is a very important commandment for future. Trying to dictate teaching is not going to work anymore. It is not working already with such an informed generation, with so many resources. The second one, as I go ahead, the second is learning will be need-based and interspersed with skilling. Now, this is a very tricky one. I'll explain it also. And skilling will lead to innovation. So need-based, what is the meaning of need-based? Which means when I start doing a project, I need certain knowledge. That is the time I'm willing to learn. So need will drive the learning. So which means if I'm going to run an engineering college, how will I do it then? Under this new system, what can be a system? Theoretically, I'll give an example. So which means if I come to an engineering college wanting to become a computer programmer, a good teacher or a good curriculum will ask me to create, to think of what I want to create. So if I say, okay, I want to create something like maybe Ola or Uber, right? So now the teacher will say, fine. So create a sketch of what you want to do, then start making it. And as soon as I want to start making it, I'll say, I don't even know programming. So then teacher will say, okay, now go on and search, take a few days, search which language will suit this kind of an application, and then start learning that language. So it will be need-based and skilling will happen as you need that skill. And this way, the learning will be much faster, much more pointed and focused, and it will lead to innovation. Because, okay, how innovation happens? Many people think when you teach a lot, people will innovate. That doesn't happen. How innovation happens? Example, taking an example from maybe Britain, where there is a dish called butter chicken. Maybe you've heard of it. There's a dish called butter chicken. So a chef in UK actually created it. It's not an Indian dish. And how he created, because Britishers were not happy with the dry tandoori chicken. So he added butter and gravy to it, and butter chicken was created. So somebody who's deep into the skill only innovates. You don't innovate by theory, by learning theory. So this is the second commandment. The third one, this is very important because a lot of us go or swear by Bloom's taxonomy. It has already lost relevance. See, the level 1 of Bloom's taxonomy wants us to remember. Remembering is over. That phase of life is gone. Last 2000 years, we were remembering things. That part is over. So memory test is already deprecated. I suggest that all subjects be open book exams. So we are more testing their usage of knowledge than retention of knowledge. So this is the third commandment. I think if it's still going to have those theory book exams, then God bless you. That's all what I can say. The fourth, node-based learning will overtake linear learning. So learning is not going to be linear. And people who are into the software, they also know that linear software programming is over. Ever since OOPS came, it's always been node-based. It's input-output. So semesters will cease to exist. We will learn, take credits of all the learning, and get a degree. So their semesters are almost like you can take a photograph of semesters and keep it for future generations. Upskilling within the system will give way to upskilling assisting system. So earlier it was upskilling within the system. So everybody upskills. No, you assist upskilling when or only to deserving students. The fifth commandment, learning will be more agile and fixed curriculums will deprecate. Students will create their own curriculum. So what do you mean by agile? If you are aware of something called agile methodology. So agile methodology is doing things in small bits, iterating and improving as you do it. So instead of do everything and get tested, you'll be doing in bits, getting tested and improving on the way. So there cannot be a fixed curriculum when you want it to be agile. So the choice is between agile and fixed. So I think students will start creating their own curriculums. It sounds fantasy, but I guarantee you 5 years down the line, we can have the same seminar. You just keep these slides and we'll discuss it again. Maybe not even 5 years. Paper publishing research. Yes, it has gone for a very, very long time. So you get those PhDs doing publishing papers here and there. That it's not working anymore for the benefit of the humanity. So it will be more impact-led research. So you will, the research is when you publish a product or a service, that is your research. So universities indulging in irrelevant research will fall behind. Only universities who are spearheading innovation will move. You have to actually collaborate with the industry to create products or services. You can't say that, okay, this is a theory, now go ahead and create a product. You have to collaborate with them. Seventh commandment. Am I moving too fast through them?
No, sir, it's fine, sir. We are able to understand.
Thank you. If you need me to stop at any particular slide, please go ahead and ask. So the seventh commandment, specialized learning centers will lead learning than the general light universities or LOL, I teach everything. So typically these were the kind of universities that existed, but now there will be specialized learning centers. Somebody specializing in one area, everybody going to that university to learn that. Long back, I think in 1990s, my father used to work in Malaysia, and the first multimedia university was started by Malaysia. It was clearly focused on one aspect, only multimedia learning. So similarly, IT universities, or even in India, okay, let us take an example of India. So instead of IITs, a lot of students are preferring to learn at IIITs. So IIIT Hyderabad is one of the most coveted place to learn programming now, because IIITs typically are teaching just 3 disciplines: mechanical, computers, and design. So with those 3 things, you can create a new product. So they want students to collaborate more. So when you have too many of degrees, and it's a lot of confusion. So they wanted that students are able to easily gel with each other. The 8th one. Yes, of course, universities can continue to exist and they may certify my skill. So if I take credits anywhere, I can go to any place and learn, earn those credits, come back to my university. Okay, please certify my degree. So that could be one role which could be left, although maybe some of you are aware that India has got 2 innovations already that have happened. One is academic board of credits. So you lodge in all your credits in the academic board of credits. And at the end, if you've earned enough credits, whatever were defined by them, then you can go to the digital university, which India is going to set up in the next 1 or 2 years. And with all those credits, you can exchange those credits for your degree. So you may not even need universities to even issue degrees, but of course, they can still continue as certification bodies. The 9th commandment, good mentors would be in high demand because these are very rare. Learners would sign up for personal mentoring. This will be a change you will see. Right now, this has not happened. People don't pay for mentoring, they pay for teaching. The tide will turn. People would want to pay for mentoring. Tell me what, for example, even if a mentor can tell me which 10 videos on YouTube to see and learn from for a particular topic, like say artificial intelligence I want to learn, just tell me which 5, 10 or 7 videos I need to watch and learn. So these mentors will be in demand who know what the right learning is, because there are thousands of stuff floating there. And successful universities will need more practitioners than career teachers. Career teacher is somebody who started as a teacher and ends as a teacher. That is a career teacher. The only career was teaching. But practitioners have to enter the system, because practitioners can give the practical angle to the learning. So at least 50% of all teachers should be practitioners if a university needs to progress. And the last one, learn anywhere shall emerge as a game changer. That would allow credits to be earned anywhere. You go anywhere. Now, currently, what the system is evolving is that, okay, there will be a body which will tell you which course can give you credits, which can't. But in the longer run, they will say, learn anywhere. I can assess you. If the assessment, you pass the assessment, you get the credits for that assessment. That's it. Because only that will be the time when education gets decentralized. That will be the time when Eklavya actually becomes a formal student. Right now, Eklavya is out of the system. They cannot, Dronacharya still leads the thing, right? So that is how things will happen. And of course, there will be gamification and learning aggregation will happen. So these are the 10 ideas that I wanted to share. And my one takeaway is, let's do to education what education never did for us. And of course, going by the flavor of the day, just a small, it is not even a share. It is just Ram hona aisa hota hai ki khushi ka ji na lage tumhare baad. So being Rama is about happiness being unable to find its feet when you're gone. Yeah, with that, I wanted to keep it short and sweet. I hope I was able to do that.
Sir, am I audible to all of you? Am I audible here?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir, for those beautiful words. I mean, to bring education to that level, we'll have to really bring about a huge change in our learning. And this learning has to start from us accepting the fact that we need to change.
Thank you very much. And in fact, I would want to save the feedback that has been given, because
Sherry ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Is it okay now? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vineet sir. So what I really wish we could, unlearn all that we have done just now, because the fact lies that to believe that there's going to be such a big change is something we would also like as teachers, because then we'll be able to offer teaching at any level. And Sai sir just mentioned about, people who are helping the other teachers. So the people have started. When you're talking about mentoring has started. it's going to take a long time to actually bring it in the forefront. So thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. And here is a token of appreciation from Educatio World. Thank you so much. In appreciation for your services as a speaker and a key speaker of, and being part of the virtual education talk for season 6. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of it. We highly appreciate this, and I hope we continue our alliance further on. Thank you so much,
Sure.
sir. Yes,
Sure,
and
thanks a lot.
now, thank you, sir. And now for the next part of the program, and here's a token of gratitude from our side, sir. Now for the next part of the program, we have participation certificates. The first certificate of participation is given to Anupam Sharma, Principal, Shamford Futuristic School, Delhi, Highway Bulandshahr, for the active and invaluable contribution during the conduct of the Golden Globe Education Award and the International Education Talk 2023, held on 29 January on a virtual platform. The next certificate of participation is given to Ashu Sharma, Principal, Decent Public School, Ludhiana, Punjab, for the invaluable active contribution during the conduct of the Golden Globe Education Award and the International Talk. To Farida Thakur, Director Academics, Spellquest, Mumbai, for the invaluable and active contribution in the conduct of the Global Girl Education Award and the International Education Talk. To Ila Upadhyay, Principal, Army Goodwill Public School, Jammu and Kashmir, Union Territory, for their active and invaluable contribution during the Golden Globe Education Awards. And the next certificate of participation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Can we have the next slide, please? Can we have the next slide, please? The next certificate of participation goes to Shamyak Thakur, Director, SQ Plantana, Mumbai, for their active and invaluable contribution during the conduct of the Global Globe Education Award and the International Education Talk, held on 29 January 2023 on the virtual platform. The next certificate of participation is given to Ms. Nikita Bagle, PGT DAV School, Mumbai, for their active and invaluable contribution by Educatio World during the conduct of the Golden Globe Education Award and the International Education Talk 2023 on a virtual platform. The next certificate of participation goes to Malvika Mohan, TGT AKT Memorial Vidya Saket Secondary School, Tamil Nadu, for their active and invaluable contribution during the conduct of the Golden Globe Education Award and the International Award. Thank you so much to all the participants. It's a pleasure for you being part of this program. Thank you so much. Can we have the next slide, please? I would like Priya ma'am to please do the.
Yes, congratulations, ma'am, for this certificate of recognition, Shelly ma'am. Here,
Thank you
this
so much, ma'am.
valuable given time and efforts towards the education, sincerely
Thank you, ma'am.
and very hardworking.
Thank you,
So,
ma'am. Thank you so much,
take
ma'am.
this. Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to give a certificate of recognition to Priya Lokras, ma'am, the academic coordinator of Mascot Public School, Sagar, for her contribution and volunteering for this program. Thank you so much, ma'am. I think we have
Thank you,
a
ma'am.
doubling,
Thank you.
but thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now we have a vote of thanks by Priya, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. So, very good evening to all. On behalf of Educatio World, I express my heartfelt gratitude to all respected dignitaries and glad to be standing here to express my vote of thanks. A special thanks to our chief guest and guest of honor, and accepts our invitation, who accept this and make this successful event with us today. The learning stages of education and whatever the innovation in education and how to adopt it with this innovation and technology. So your thoughts have truly inspired us. So thank you, Educatio World. Thank you, Ms. Fareen Khan. Thank you, Shelly ma'am, giving such efforts and well thoughts regarding the education and to ahead for this education. So one last time, I would like to express my appreciation to everyone who works on this event and does the event successful. Thank you from my part.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for those wonderful words, and thank you to Fareen, ma'am, for organizing such a beautiful program. And now, as the last part of our program, we have the rendition of the national anthem. We would like all of you to please stand up for the international anthem. Thank you so much for respecting our national anthem, which is the pride of our country. Thank you so much to everyone, and namaskar from my side and from Educatio World and for Priya ma'am, and foremost from Fareen ma'am, for being part of this wonderful program. Thank you so much. And may we all meet again for
Thank you,
such
ma'am.
discussions to enlighten us. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.